What does it take to be a Patriot Training instructor? Let's talk about that. Welcome to the Patriot Training YouTube channel. My name is Clay Howell. I am the owner and head firearms instructor at Patriot Training. The purpose of this video is to go over what it takes to be a Patriot Training instructor. Many people have asked us about helping out with a class in terms of assisting or being a range safety officer or helping to teach or what have you. Many others have asked if we are hiring instructors. Let me tell you this right now. Patriot Training, Clay Howell would really like to have you help out with a class if that's what you are called to do. It goes without saying, or at least it should, that it's natural that you would need to know what we expect out of our assistant instructors. Also, as with any training school, we have a minimum set of requirements to be an instructor or an assistant. And we have, therefore, an instructor certification training class. Yes, believe it or not, a gun school has a class on how to be a better instructor. I know, big surprise. There are many people that come to us, and they have some fascinating and outstanding credentials, military, law enforcement, maybe even instructing within those institutions. Some people come to us and they already have their NRA certifications or USCCA certifications. And my friends, those are all A+, top-notch, awesome starting points. And that's what they are, starting points. There is no way that you could, without having taken the material, be able to teach the material at the level that we would expect at Patriot Training. That would be an unfair ask of anyone. And the reason why is because it's not only what is being taught, but why we do the things that we do that are a little bit different, and how that structured syllabus fits together to make a very tried and true product for our students. Nobody is allowed to walk on as an instructor because that's too high of an ask for you. That would be unfair of me to expect or even ask of you. And there are some people that think they can do it, and you know what? I really hope you're right. But let's just be fair, it's my business, and we're not going to take the chance on that being possible when, frankly speaking, the proof that we have from so many classes prior is that's just not going to work correctly. There's going to be things that are done that are not in the best interest of our students. So that class is required. In addition to taking the Patriot Training Instructor Certification class, I also require that you have taken the class that you want to help with. I don't care what your prior credentials are, in the sense of that's all good, but you don't know what our presentation manner is like and what we want to be encouraging our students to do. Furthermore, you would not have, without taking the instructor training class with us, the correct knowledge and know-how of exactly how we prefer to coach our students up into the next skill bracket. So you've got to take the assistant instructor training class, you've got to take the class that you would like to help with. Now, the following things are suggested but are not required for you to be an assistant instructor with us. It is highly recommended that you get credentials in the discipline that you wish to instruct. Nothing lends credibility more than to show where a third party has credentialed you to teach a topic. And so, for example, you have this, that, and the other under your belt, awesome, and you're an NRA certified rifle instructor and you're teaching a rifle class. That lends credibility to your credentials for the students who take the class from you, and therefore it makes people more open and more receptive to what you have to say, how you have to say it, and the demonstrations that you show, and the things you urge them to avoid. Additionally, at Patriot Training, I highly recommend that if you wish to teach or help us with teaching, that you take classes from other instructors. And no, this is not me being arrogant saying I teach the best and you'll come back to me. Nothing could be further from the truth. What this is this gives you a different point of view of how someone else might teach that material. The more ways that you are exposed to, the more different methods you're exposed to, how people teach that material, the better of an instructor you will become. That's why any one of those other credentialing factors that I told you about, I call it a great start, but it's certainly not and never would be an end-all and a be-all. And without a doubt, the top instructors in the nation never would claim that to be. Furthermore, take medical training. There are 3 ways that an instructor can commit negligence, 3 primary ways. The first is a failure to carry liability insurance. The second is to fail to continue their education, that's taking the classes that we just talked about. And the third is a failure to be prepared to render medical assistance to a student who needs one. So take medical training, keep that knowledge current. Had somebody come to me and he said the right things. He said, Clay, I took Combat Lifesaver, but I took it back in like 2004, and I know medical arts have changed. Can you recommend a class for me to take where I can bring things up to date? And I had a recommendation for him, and he is one of our Patriot Training assistant instructors these days too. That humble attitude will get you everywhere. Being able to render that medical assistance is absolutely non-negotiable. You need to be able to do it. Well, folks, that wraps up this video on our requirements of an assistant instructor. Very simply put, you need to take the class that you wish to assist with. You need to take the Patriot Training Assistant Instructor class, and then we encourage that you get credentialed in that discipline. We encourage that you take classes like that from another instructor, and we highly, highly, highly recommend that you are medically trained as well. And before you become a full-blown instructor with Patriot Training, you will have to satisfy all those encouragements. You'll have to meet all of those on that list as well. So what do you think? Get it right? Get it wrong? Anything additional that you'd like to add? I'm always looking to learn. Put your comment down below. Hit like, hit subscribe, click that notification bell so that you'll learn when the next Patriot Training video is released. And as always, I will remind you, you don't have to be a Patriot to train, but you do have to train if you want to be a Patriot. Take care.